You said the people that are fighting us the most are the people who don't have 1 million in their bank account. You know that the NDIC said 98% of bank holders in Nigeria can't boast of 500K in their bank account. Those are the people fighting. So I think something we underestimated in this reform, we said the current system is regressive, taxing the vulnerable more. Let's make it progressive. In fact, there was one of our meetings where we're saying it's going to be hard for these rich people to go out and be protesting because they don't want people to know that they are rich. We underestimated how these guys can manipulate the average person to fight the fight on their behalf, even against their own interests. That was what played out, and it's totally unbelievable. There are content creators who admitted they make up to $10,000 a month. They don't want to pay tax. You think they will go and create a content that says they want to tax $10,000 a month? No. They say they're going to debit your bank account. So you can help them fight.
Debit your 5,000 naira.
You can help them fight the reform, you know. So anyway, nobody will debit your account. Any amount of money you transfer, whether it's 1 billion, whether it's 1,000, it doesn't matter how you describe it, nobody will debit your bank account. At the end of the year, you tell the government yourself, you know the amount that is your income, you know the one that is not your income. So you tell the government, this is my income and here is the tax. If you are exempted, you don't need to pay any tax. Just say this is my income and I'm exempted from tax. So it's a very simple process that we are even simplifying even further. Now, if you run a small business, this is even one of the biggest benefits of the tax reform. If you run a small business as a sole proprietor, as an enterprise, or you're just hustling, you don't even have a name for the business, you just hustle. Today, there are all manners of levies and taxes. Under this new tax law, we've developed two instruments. One, the Constitution says the center cannot dictate to the state and local governments. So we then drafted, along with the Joint Revenue Board, we drafted a tax harmonization law for subnational. Do you know, I haven't seen this kind of speed before. They're enacting it very fast. Ekiti State started. We have Zamfara, we have Anambra, we have Kano, and I think even just yesterday now we have another state as well. Lagos State has promised to do their own. In addition to that, we have developed what we call a presumptive tax regime. In that presumptive tax regime, we said if your annual income turnover is 12 million or less, you have no capacity to pay tax because that 12 million is not the money you can spend, right? That's turnover. You need to cover cost of sales, other expenses. And then we went further because we don't want the tax officer making that judgment. We went further and listed certain businesses that cannot make money. Vulcanizers, somebody is roasting corn by the roadside. You know, there's some businesses where if you have customers for 24 hours, and you manage not to sleep, you are still a poor person. So those ones are listed specifically. What we are planning to do is for them to get an exemption, tax exemption stickers, so nobody will bother them. So if